Thanks for joining us for Understanding Real Estate with Realtor Becky Cobb of West Cobb Alliance, part of the ReeceNichols Real Estate Group in Neosho.
Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate. And today I'm talking with Jeff Maxwell with Southwest Missouri Bank. And I asked Jeff to come and help me explain, or just explain to you, a little bit about some of those loan options that allow you to work outside of the traditional box. And Jeff is going to hit on bridge loans for us today. And so, Jeff, just give us kind of a basic understanding of what a bridge loan is.
Sure. Bridge loan is when you own your property, you haven't sold it yet, it may be on the market or getting ready to be on the market, but you find that dream home that you want. So you don't want to let that one pass. There may be multiple offers coming up on it. So you make an offer and use the equity out of your existing home to secure that loan. That loan would be an interest-only type payment. Usually those terms are 6 months to a year, but you're using the equity out of your home until your home sells.
And I know I have found that can be quite an effective way to get you into that dream home. So if you're getting ready to purchase and that dream home comes on the market, you don't necessarily have to get your house sold first. Talk with a local lender about the options for a bridge loan. Would you agree, Jeff?
I agree.
Thank you. Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate, and I am pleased to have Jeff Maxwell with Southwest Missouri Bank with me again today. Yesterday, Jeff was talking with us about bridge loans. Today, I want him to talk with us about construction loans. You know, there's lots of land options in the area to purchase, and so many people say, oh, I would just love to build my dream home right here on this spot overlooking this gorgeous view. Jeff, how are you going to help people make that dream come true?
So construction loans are not as hard as people may think. The bank would look at that as the purchase of the property, then what it costs to build the house, and then we look at an end loan after that process is completed. The land purchase is the easy part. The land costs X. Okay. You would normally, the person would get with a contractor. They would give them a bid on the house that they would like to build. And then, you're basically kind of combining those two together. And instead of purchasing the house, you basically walk through the construction portion of it. And it's not that hard of a process.
Well, I appreciate your knowledge on this. And that's something that if you want to build your own home, you need to explore the option of a construction loan. And stay tuned, because tomorrow, or I should say come back tomorrow, we're going to talk about how you can put a bridge loan and a construction loan together. Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate. And Jeff Maxwell with Southwest Missouri Bank is here for part 3. And part 3 is, how would you combine a bridge loan with a construction loan, Jeff?
So, Becky, obviously there's people that want to build their house, they want to get that started, but may have not sold their house yet, or they don't have a place to live while they're building. So we would combine that like a bridge loan, like we talked the other day. You would take the equity out of your property that you currently own. That basically is your injection into the construction project. After the construction is completed, or maybe nearing the end, that's when they would list the property for sale.
And I think one of the things to take home from all of this is financing options are out there. If you have a dream, you have a plan that you're trying to pull together, you really should talk with a local lender and see what options they may have for you to pull it all together. Would you agree with that, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you all very much. We'll be back tomorrow with some more interesting information with Jeff Maxwell. Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate. One of the things that's great in real estate is when you improve your property. In fact, that's something I would always encourage home buyers to do is don't ask me to come back 5 years later and see that you've done nothing to this property, because then you have not increased its value, and you want to increase its value. So I'm pleased today to have Jeff Maxwell with me, and we're going to talk about home equity lines of credit. So Jeff, take it away. Talk about a HELOC.
HELOCs are great. It's a great product because you may have a really low interest rate on your first mortgage. You don't want to refinance that into today's higher rate environment. So a HELOC will allow you to pull equity out of your home. You can do that they're normally on like a 15-year amortization, so it's a pretty cheap payment. Use the equity to do kitchen projects, do an add-on, build a shop, whatever that would improve your property.
And again, it really is important to do little projects along as you own a property to improve it. Values do go up just because real estate values do go up, but maybe you need to rip down that 1980s wallpaper and do something new. So think about some things you can do, and then talk with a local lender about. Take it away, Jeff. What?
The home equity credit line.
It's perfect for you. Good morning. This is Becky Cobb with Understanding Real Estate. Jeff Maxwell's here with me again today. And sometimes, Jeff, this is a situation that pops up. They found a home that's on 40 acres and they would like to do some financing, and secondary market may not be the route to go. What do you do in that case?
So secondary market limits the land to usually 10 to 20 acres. So they don't want to have a farm necessarily. So at that point, you would think outside the box a little bit and explore local lending. There are various options. It's not a farm necessarily, but you do have options for financing for small acreages.
And one of the things to clarify is usually 20 acres is kind of the cutoff for secondary. So maybe it really only has 21 and a half acres or something. You got this extra acre and a half. How are you going to get this financed?
Local lending.
Local lending. So don't rule it out. There's always a way.
If you would like to know more about understanding real estate, you may contact Becky Cobb at 417-592-3245 of the West Cobb Alliance, your realtors for life. Find out more on the web at neosho.homes.